Avec nous à Pan M360, Daniel Bartholomew-Poyser, qui est chef et qui travaille dans plusieurs ensembles au Canada, qui dirige plusieurs ensembles de différentes tailles, notamment en Nouvelle-Écosse, notamment à Halifax, n'est-ce pas? Et vous avez été impliqué dans toutes sortes d'expériences musicales de haut niveau au Canada et vous revoilà à Montréal, d'où vous provenez.
Oui, c'est ça. Je suis très chanceux d'avoir l'opportunité d'être chef d'orchestre à Montréal. Donc, je suis né à Montréal. Je suis très fier de ça. Je suis très fier aussi d'avoir l'opportunité d'être un chef d'orchestre avec Ensemble Obiora aujourd'hui et demain pour les 3 prochains jours dans les répétitions et puis dans le concert qui aura lieu le 18. Non, le 17.
Non, c'est samedi.
C'est le 17. C'est le 17.
À la salle Pierre-Mercure. Ouais. Et donc, oui, exactement. L'ensemble Obiora ne cesse de progresser depuis quelques années. Et il y a beaucoup d'attention, beaucoup d'excellentes critiques au sujet de cet ensemble. Moi-même, j'y ai assisté à quelques concerts, notamment sous la direction de Maestro Payare il y a 2 ans. Et donc, il y a toutes sortes de monde qui s'intéressent à Obiora. D'excellents solistes viennent chez Obiora. Et donc, vous êtes entre bonnes mains ou ils sont entre bonnes mains.
Absolument. Les solistes que nous avons, le soliste qu'on a aujourd'hui, Juan Sebastián Delgado, il est incroyable. Le ton, l'esprit, c'est tout là. Je suis très excité de faire ce tango avec lui.
Oui, c'est ça. Il va jouer Graciela et Buenos Aires avec un ensemble à cordes avec enfin, c'est pour violoncelle solo. Alors donc, parlez-nous de cette œuvre-là.
This piece is it's a new arrangement by Nissaman that he's done that were performed. It's a brand new arrangement. And the colors that are brought out in the string orchestra, that's what we've been working on this past couple of hours, actually. He doesn't just write for regular string playing, all different sorts of effects, not just regular pizzicato, but different sorts of pizzicato. So he's really delved deep into the string instruments, the arranger, to discover all the possible colors. And that's what we've been trying to bring out in this piece. A lot of people have done the Grand Tango. We thought it was time to have a new arrangement, a new fresh look at the piece, bringing out the rainbow of expression that's possible there. And Juan is just such an incredible job of just the way he plays is instructed to us as an ensemble. So it's been fantastic working with him.
Excellent. And also in the same area of music, you're playing some Piazzolla music too. So it's very interesting. So le Grand Tango pour violoncelle, excusez-moi, c'est ça que vous allez jouer. Et la Graciela et Buenos Aires et le Grand Tango sont 2 œuvres. C'est ce que vous faites.
Yes, sorry, I got mixed up there. So the Gracielas that piece is deceptively tricky because of the tempo changes, right? So in an ensemble, the conductor gives the tempo changes and tells you how fast you're playing, but there's some things that you have to feel more than you have to actually be directed to do. And that piece is more about that. So we spent a lot of time just playing it through and just getting used to it and getting used to the feel of, because it's not how fast it's going to go, but it's like, what does it feel like it's going to be in the next bar, and getting used to that. So that's kind of the trick of that piece. Is the Grand Tango is about the color. It's fairly steady throughout, but the Brigado is about feel. And that is something that you can't fake with an ensemble. The players either are feeling it together or they're not, and we are. So it's going to be a good concert.
Yeah, of course. Well, those 2 areas are very close to the tango, tango stream since more than 1 century, and became very modern with Astor Piazzolla. And he was playing with a quartet, but he did a lot of work with piano and string section and bandoneon. And you keep this feel when you play this piece, the Grand Tango, and so it's very, very present in this program. But also there are other pieces that are quite different, like this Polyphonic Lively. Let's talk about Polyphonic Lively.
Sure. Polyphonic Lively is by the Sri Lankan Canadian composer Dinuk Wijeratne, who was formerly a conductor at Symphony Nova Scotia as well. And
Okay.
this piece takes some of the songs and dances of his Sri Lankan heritage and gives them orchestral color at the library of instruments that is the library of sounds, I should say, that is the orchestra. So the idea of polyphonic lively comes from an artwork by Paul Klee, which was also called Polyphonic Lively. And in this piece, you have the idea of many different players playing the same musical melodic line, but within each line, there's a small variation. There's always something a little bit different, right? So one player, they're playing the melody, one might have an extra grace note. One might have something that goes up the octave. One might have a triplet. It's the same basic thing, but it's slightly different. Kind of like all of us, how we all have, in a conversation, you might agree with somebody, but you always have your own individual variations. So the piece allows the musicians both to play as part of a unison line, but also to maintain their own individuality. So you're always playing as a soloist, even when you're playing with other people. So it's kind of all of us en masse together, but still unique. And of course, and it just sounds great. Like the melodies are fantastic. It grooves. Lots of percussion. You'll see the percussion is going back and forth all over the back of the stage because they have so much to play. Clarinet solos, violin solos. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see at the end of this program this Enigma variations from Edward Elgar. So it's also quite different, but at the same time, I suppose it's built to fit. So in the program, so it has affinities with the rest of the repertoire.
It does. The program is called Influences, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know about the influences that Piazzolla had. Piazzolla actually even got in trouble with some tango purists because they thought that he shouldn't be mixing the tango with orchestral Western music. He got in trouble for it, right? But now they accept it as something beautiful, right? Dino Gujarani taking his Sri Lankan roots and making them into, and not even making them, bringing them to the orchestra, right? And it's seamless. And Elgar's influences were his friends. And it's really fun to do this program so close to Valentine's Day because we know Valentine's Day is a celebration of romantic love. And there's not really a day for a celebration of friendship love. Without Augustus Yega, who was the friend to which the ninth movement, Nimrod, was dedicated, without him, we wouldn't have a lot of Elgar's music. We wouldn't have the Enigma variations. That was one of his best friends. Of course, there's a variation dedicated to his wife, but his friends are the people that sustained him, that he loved. And that's why we have this piece. So the influences that Elgar's friends had on his life is something that he was very passionate enough to write one of the masterworks of the orchestral repertoire. So we think of all the different influences you can have. You can be influenced by music, the tango. You can be influenced by your heritage, polyphonic lively. You can be influenced by the people you love, your family, your lovers, your friends, right? That's what the program is about. And we think of the influences that all the people in Ensemble Obiora have, right? The influences of their culture, of their friends from different cultures. And even those who aren't necessarily BIPOC people, we're all here together making music. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, it's a beautiful feel.
Yes, it is.
C'est vraiment quelque chose de différent. J'ai beaucoup aimé ça.
Oui, exactement. Avec l'ensemble Obiora, qui est un ensemble de la diversité, l'idée des influences multiples, l'idée d'une multiplicité d'influences qui forment les gens et qui viennent de toutes les cultures et de toutes les races, etc. Ça va très bien avec le mois de l'histoire noire aussi. Ça va très bien avec l'évolution de Obiora. Et votre invitation parce que vous êtes afrodescendant comme chef. Alors, tout ça est complètement cohérent.
Oui, merci. Moi, je crois ça aussi. Ça marche tout ensemble. Et c'est vraiment quelque chose de spécial lorsqu'on est un genre noir dans la musique classique. Parce que des fois, on est le seul sur l'étage. Et moi, ça ne me dérange pas. Je suis habitué à ça depuis que je suis 10 ans. J'ai eu 10 ans, 11 ans. Ça ne me dérange pas. Alors, c'est quelque chose de spécial ici de jouer avec Obiora parce que je ne suis pas le seul. Je ne suis pas le seul. C'est spécial. C'est un sentiment différent. Il y a un peu de solidarité en ça. Et, I don't know that it changes the music making because the music making level is very high. Very, very high. It's just nice to not be alone.
Also,
it's just nice every once in a while to see un autre passant de couleur sur la tâche avec moi, c'est bon. C'est ça.
C'est très bien. It's as you say, also at this stage of history right now, it's still time to do those gatherings because many things
Yeah.
are not solved. So it's still time to celebrate that and to, you know, to join the real league of classical musicians proudly.
Yes, I agree. It's time. The doors are open and they can open wider. And it's just it's kind of a celebratory ensemble. You know, we're celebrating because there are people here, like the people from like Jamaica, there are people from Quebec. I'm from Quebec. People from Quebec heritage, French heritage, people from China. It's great. It's really nice. Yeah, and then we get together and then we focus on this music. And that's the thing, is bringing the music to the audience, whoever decides to come. All of us together, no matter where we're from, right? That's the joy of it and the beauty. And we're having a good time. So.
And also a great musicianship. You know, it's not only a matter of culture celebration, but also a quality celebration.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I thank you very much, Daniel. It's a pleasure to meet you, and we'll be there on Saturday night at
Fantastic.
Pierre Mercure.
I'm looking forward to seeing you and meeting you, and I hope you enjoy the concert as well, too, and all of you that are listening as well.
Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée.
Thank you so much. Bonne soirée.
Ciao.